Hey there, Buttercups! California is known for its sunshine, beaches, and Hollywood glamour. But did you know that this iconic state was once its own country, even if only for a short while? In 1846, a group of American settlers, fueled by ambition and discontent, staged a daring revolt against Mexican rule. This uprising, known as the Bear Flag Revolt, led to the birth of the short-lived California Republic. For 25 days, the Bear Flag flew over Sonoma, a symbol of defiance and the independent spirit of California. This brief period of independence might seem like a footnote in history, but it represents a pivotal moment in California's journey to statehood. The Bear Flag Revolt, with its cast of ambitious pioneers and political maneuvering, reflects a turbulent era of westward expansion and the growing pains of a nation. The story of the Bear Flag Revolt is a tale of adventure, ambition, and the eternal human desire for self-determination. It is a story that continues to resonate today, reminding us of the complex forces that have shaped California into the state it is today. The Bear Flag Revolt did not happen overnight. Tensions had been simmering between American settlers and the Mexican government for years. Mexico, having gained independence from Spain in 1821, controlled California, but struggled to govern the vast and sparsely populated territory. Meanwhile, American settlers, lured by the promise of land and opportunity, began to arrive in increasing numbers. The Mexican government, wary of this influx, enacted policies to restrict American settlement. Land ownership was limited, and there were even threats of expulsion for non-citizens. These measures only served to fuel resentment among the American settlers, who felt their rights were being trampled. Adding fuel to the fire was the United States annexation of Texas in 1845. This move further inflamed tensions with Mexico and fueled fears among the Californios, the Mexican residents of California, that their homeland would be next. The annexation of Texas, combined with existing grievances over land and rights, created a powder keg ready to explode. The Bear Flag Revolt was not a spontaneous uprising. It was driven by a handful of key figures who played pivotal roles in shaping the course of events. One such figure was John C. Fremont, a U.S. Army captain and explorer. Fremont, already a renowned figure for his expeditions through the West, found himself embroiled in the growing conflict in California. Another key player was William Ide, a restless pioneer with a talent for leadership. Ide, who would later become known as the father of the Bear Flag Republic, played a crucial role in declaring California's independence and drafting the short-lived nation's constitution. Then there was Ezekiel Merritt, a rugged frontiersman who embodied the spirit of the American pioneer. Merritt led the daring capture of Sonoma, a pivotal moment that marked the beginning of the revolt. These men, along with a band of like-minded settlers, took a gamble on independence, forever altering the fate of California. Days of defiance. The Bear Flag flies high. The Bear Flag Revolt unfolded rapidly, a whirlwind of bold actions and uncertain outcomes. On June 10, 1846, a group of American settlers led by Ezekiel Merritt seized a herd of horses belonging to the Mexican government. This act of defiance, a spark in the tinderbox, ignited the revolt. 4 days later, on June 14, 1846, Merritt and his men, joined by other settlers, captured the sleepy town of Sonoma. The Mexican general in charge, Mariano Vallejo, was taken prisoner, and the Bear Flag, a crudely made banner depicting a grizzly bear, a star, and the words California Republic, was raised over the plaza. The news of Sonoma's capture spread like wildfire, emboldening other settlers to join the rebellion. The California Battalion, a ragtag militia force, was formed, with John C. Fremont reluctantly taking command. For 25 days, the California Republic, with its hastily assembled government and makeshift army, held its breath, clinging to the hope of independence. A symbol is born legacy of the Bear Flag. The Bear Flag, a symbol born out of rebellion and hastily stitched together from scraps of cloth, became an enduring emblem of California's independent spirit. While the California Republic was short-lived, the flag's legacy lived on, evolving over time to become the official state flag we know today. The original Bear Flag, though crude in design, possessed a certain rugged charm. The grizzly bear, a symbol of strength and resilience, represented the untamed spirit of the new republic. The lone star, echoing the flag of the Republic of Texas, signified independence and self-determination. Today, the California state flag, with its refined design and iconic imagery, serves as a powerful reminder of the state's unique history. The Bear Flag's legacy extends beyond its visual appeal. It represents the spirit of innovation, self-reliance, and a willingness to challenge the status quo that continues to define California's identity. From republic to statehood, California's destiny unfolds. The Bear Flag Revolt, while a pivotal event in California's history, proved to be a short-lived affair. On July 7, 1846, just as the fledgling California Republic was finding its footing, Commodore John Sloat of the U.S. Navy sailed into Monterey Bay and claimed California for the United States. The arrival of the U.S. Navy marked a turning point in the conflict. The Bear Flag was lowered, replaced by the Stars and Stripes, and the California Republic, after just 25 days of existence, ceased to be. Despite its short lifespan, the Bear Flag Revolt had a profound impact on California's destiny. It paved the way for California's annexation by the United States in 1848 as part of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which officially ended the Mexican-American War. Soon afterwards, to further California's loss with mockery and indignity to Mexico, gold was discovered in Coloma, near Sacramento. The ensuing gold rush transformed California from a region sparsely populated with Hispanics and Native Americans to a bustling economic center controlled by Americans. Oh, and by the way, we do have a video about the California Gold Rush. Link to it can be found in the description section below. In 1850, California officially entered the Union as the 31st state. The Bear Flag Revolt may have been a fleeting moment in time, but its legacy continues to shape California's identity, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Golden State.
Thank you for watching. Hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. We do like to know and hear your feedback. And if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can get early access to our videos, and where we post bonus material. Till next time, this is Geeky Tidbits saying cheers and have a good day.